The way the Nividous platform works is that you build end-to-end process automations by laying out the steps, and those can be steps that are automated steps performed by bots. They could be steps that are manual steps that are performed by humans, or some combination of those. And they could also involve different AI components as well. And so when you see this flow here, this shows you the live view of where you stand in this process. So you can see right now the green box is on patient registration, and that's where we're going to start this process. This is showing you the end-to-end workflow of this process from patient registration through billing and all the different steps. And we're going to walk through that whole cycle. So what you're seeing right here is the patient registration form being filled out. And what you'll notice is that it's to the step right now to enter the medical card. And in this case, we have a picture of the medical card, but this could also be running on a mobile device and someone could take a picture live. But in either case, the relevant details from the card will be extracted from that automatically and entered into the appropriate fields on the screen. Obviously, there are some other fields that are not present on the card that have to be entered manually or pulled from another place if you have those available. The other thing that we're going to notice here is that when we get down just past the insurance information, and we're going to also complete all of the onboarding information as well. So this is an optional step. Maybe you have another system or tool that already does that. That's no problem. We've just incorporated it here in this demo to show you that if you want to build those things together, then you can certainly do that here. And obviously, your intake form might look a little bit different. You might have more options to select from. As I said before, there's no worries with that at all. So now what the bot is doing is it's taking that information that was entered in that patient registration step, and it's going to do an eligibility check based on that. So you can see it's logging in to the system here, and it's taking that information and not just getting the answer about whether or not that patient is eligible, but also capturing the full eligibility report and making that available to enter into the patient's record in the EHR. So you don't have to trust the fact that just because you see the checkbox there that the bot did its job. If you want to, you have all of the data available to review that. So we've gone through now the eligibility and the authorization steps, which were performed separately, but we just kind of breezed through both of them there. And now we're getting to the review step where the patient details are being reviewed, and then the patient visit itself will be conducted. You see now that we're logging into the EHR. We're making sure that that screenshot that was captured from the eligibility sheet gets recorded in the EHR in that patient record, so it's available for review later if needed. And this will then be available to the doctor during the visit, as well as any other appropriate or relevant information for the appointment or for the visit. The fact that this might not match what's most important to you, because that can all be changed. Okay, so now we're going to get to the claim scrubbing step. And then we're going to go through claim review and claim submission. So you can see that this is information from the visit being logged in, and all of these codes that are being submitted, then we're going to be able to track both through the EHR, and then we will go through the payment posting process to verify that everything matches up, that all of the procedures or tests that were performed are properly billed and then properly paid for at the end. So this is an interesting step here, worth noting. The platform has the ability to do the multi-factor authentication for you. So you can see all these steps that we're watching on the screen are being performed by the bot, including this one. So the bot has the ability to do that multi-factor authentication, either using email or text message, or even app-based validation for that. So there's no problems with any of that. Now you can see we're logging into the bank website because we have the ability to reconcile the bank statement against the EOB. You might also have ERAs. That would be another way of doing this, but probably not everyone is paying through the same mechanism. So you have the flexibility to perform this process regardless of how the payment is being made. So now we're downloading the EOB details. And then that reconciliation process can be done, making sure that all of the proper codes have been billed for based on the visit information, and then any outstanding balance can be billed back to the patient in the final step. So I know that this is a lot to take in without taking the time to dive deeply into each step and explain in depth what's going on. And if you don't understand it completely, that's fine. This is something that we would be happy to walk you through in greater detail on your own, if that's interesting to you, or we're just happy to have a conversation about it in any case. So you can see now we're on that final step, patient billing in this process. And then as soon as that part is done, final bill is created, then the process will be completed. And here you can see in more detail the various kinds of KPIs that can be accounted for in the system. But again, if you don't see something that matches what you look at, then that's fine. That's something that can always be resolved.